Hi, my name is Joe McCarthy-Holland and I'm the Head of Department for Physics, IT and Computer Science, but today I want to talk to you about physics. One of the things people usually start by asking is what's included in the course. We run the AQA specification, which is a nice mix of classical physics and modern physics. So in the first year, you will learn about waves, electricity, quantum physics, particle physics, and electricity. In the second year, we'll do some more mechanics and also field theory and nuclear and radioactive and thermal physics. We offer all 5 option topics and we give you completely free choice. So there's astrophysics, engineering, turning points, which is effectively modern physics, medical physics and electronics. Obviously some courses are more popular than others, but we're happy to support you in any of those and we have people do all 5 each year.
Hi, I'm Jude. I'm doing maths, further maths and physics. I originally started with politics because I didn't necessarily enjoy physics GCSE, but then the second I switched over to physics A-level, I decided it was for me. It's definitely a lot better.
I'm Maisie and I study maths, further maths, physics and philosophy. I chose physics because I always have enjoyed maths-based subjects and I'm quite curious about the inner workings of how the universe works and kind of the fundamental laws behind everything.
Hi, I'm Edmund and I'm studying physics here at Godalming College. I chose physics because I really enjoyed the subject at GCSE and I wanted to continue learning about it. And A-level physics is a lot more in-depth than GCSE and you can get a lot more in-depth with the different concepts. I also like it because there's such a variety of topics you learn about and it really spreads a lot more than GCSE. It's a lot more in depth.
One of the things that really is different about Godalming College to most physics departments in our area is the amount of practical work we do. We actually run a traditional practical course where every single week you'll do a practical experiment. We have a full circus where you'll cover not just the required practicals, but a wide range of other practicals that will really allow you to embed the theory that we're covering in lessons and allow you to experiment and to practice, as well as giving you time to fully understand what's going on behind the theory and actually experience it for yourself. At the end of the course, there are 3 exams. One which covers mainly first year work, one which covers mainly the second year work, and that's a combination of numeric, explain style questions, but also a big section of multiple choice. There is also a third paper which covers your option topic and the practical physics that we've been doing all the way through the 2 years. In order to prepare for these, every single half term you'll do tests that cover what you've done in the last few weeks, but also snippets from the rest of the course, so you're constantly building up and strengthening your knowledge.
I love how the course goes into why things work, not necessarily just telling you that something works and then you apply it. It's definitely more explaining the underlying reasons for why stuff and why systems work.
My favourite part of the course, my favourite topic is probably mechanics. It's very maths based and then also I like learning about particles and their interactions because you study on almost a quantum level, on a very small level how the world works.
My favourite bit about the course, I think, is the wide variety of stuff we learn. Every couple of weeks we go onto a new topic and there's just a vast amount of stuff to learn, but it's always fresh, it's always new, and it's always something to puzzle your mind over.
As a STEM subject, there's lots of opportunities for extracurricular activities. So as well as our plus enrichment courses of engineering and robotics, but also a lunchtime course which focuses on electronics, especially radio, but a wide range of electronics projects. We have the British Physics Olympiad. We also run a 3-day trip to CERN, which allows us to see the Large Hadron Collider, labs, and also a talk from one of the CERN professionals there. We also run SATRO, which is an engineering competition, which we've won several times in the last few years. Where can physics lead you? We have very wide range of careers that lead from physics. Obviously there's obvious ones, which is a pure science degree course or possibly engineering, and that's probably about half our students. Several decide to go down the pure maths route. We also have a very significant proportion that will go into finance, either economics or degree apprenticeships into finance specifically. There's probably still the majority of our students do go into higher education, study a degree, more and more people are looking for degree apprenticeships or straight into a vocational apprenticeship. In terms of other career paths, architecture and pilots are still very, very popular, as well as people that have enjoyed doing physics but want to go off and explore a completely different route.
So the teachers are really good. They've got a lot of really good resources that they've put together, especially when it comes to exams. They've got kind of a bank with each individual topic and like subtopic. They've got sets of questions. So if there's a specific area that's struggling with, it's quite easy to find questions specifically on that topic.
The teachers are very good. They're very interesting and enthusiastic about their subjects. The lessons always have kind of, they're not boring, and we're always doing something in the lessons. You get quite good feedback, and you learn quite a lot about how to approach questions on the course.
The teachers are very supportive. They run workshops every week to help you if you're falling a bit behind, and they always make sure that you are, keeping up with the content, and they give good feedback on tests and make sure that you're progressing nicely.
One thing we're often asked is what the step up between GCSE and A-level is. Interesting, because actually all of our topics really go from the ground up. So whilst the initial step is not too great, the acceleration is pretty high. So you'll come in and we'll start the topic pretty much from almost sub-GCSE level, but you'll see the pace and the complexity really increases. So by the time you get to the end of the course, you're going to find that you've moved on a very, very, very long way from GCSE, both in terms of how your problem solving moves on, your application of maths, but also the depth and breadth of your understanding. It's really interesting just how much of the things you've learned at GCSE are just a tiniest sort of scrape of what you'll end up covering the A-level course, which really prepares you for the start of a degree. Clearly there's going to be times where people find that big jump throughout the course tricky. We have lots of support courses. Our staff are incredibly supportive. We've got very, very structured work to take you on that journey, so it's not something you should be worried about.
So after I finish Godalming College, I'm going to study theoretical physics at either University of Manchester or St Andrews.
After I finish at Godalming College, I'm planning to do a maths and philosophy degree. And then after that, maybe something in a financial career.
After college, I'm planning to study aeronautical engineering at Southampton.
So in terms of what courses go well with physics, really depends on what your career aspirations. If you're looking to be an architect, we completely expect a pure art or maybe a design course. If you're looking to go into a pure science, probably one of the other sciences alongside it. If you're looking to go into medicine, then you obviously have to do chemistry. Regardless of what the choice is, the one thing that we've found is that students progress and find the course more enjoyable if they also study A-level maths. So it is pretty rare that a student will come and do physics and at least not have taken a really serious look at doing A-level maths alongside it. So if everything I've said sounds good to you and you wish to study physics, we look forward to seeing you in September.